States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, Jim, I think we all got your reports. Does anybody have questions?
The fees on the building inspections, have they compared them? Are we pretty close to some of the towns? Have we looked into that recently?
I don't think we looked into it recently. I think Josh did when he started it, so it's been several years. But we do have the packets put together down there, and there are some laying out here.
Bill?
We got the Lieutenant Ball and the Assistant Chief Overpacked and spearheading the fire inspections. And they got an update with
So we recently did the inspection here at the town hall in January, and then redid it in February. You guys should have got an email.
Yep.
From me. Just a couple things on that. There's a couple. You guys, since when RMC was in here, they had a fire alarm system. Now, with that being said, it hasn't been tested since you guys moved in here. There's one of two things. Either you guys can take it out completely, or have somebody come here and annually test it. Now, if that's the case, you also have to put a knock box in at the front door since you have a fire alarm system, according to Indiana Fire Code. That just gives us the ability to come in, since nobody's here 24/7. We can get in without breaking the door. Also, the fire alarm system goes on Bill's side, since you guys split it. So there's some things wrong on his side of the building as well with the fire alarm system. There is a trouble code on there right now for smoke detector. And then the other violations, there's fire extinguishers that haven't been checked since 2024. So you'll need a company to come in and check those. And then the other things we're coming here to ask for. Right now we're just going off the Indiana Fire Code and NFPA. What we're wanting to do with the inspection program is put an ordinance in stating to these businesses what we're looking for when going. That way they can look at the ordinance and say, hey, this is what we need. Right now we have an ordinance that was passed in 2018 for the fire department. We have a copy of it down there that we're just wanting to add to. So if we can kind of get maybe an approval from you guys, we can start working on some things we want in the inspection part, and we can bring it back to you guys before you can approve it. That way you guys can look at it first.
Probably needs to be reviewed.
Can you just email it to me ahead of
Okay,
time?
we'll start working on it. We don't have anything set in stone because we want to get your approval first before we can do anything. But other than that, there's nothing major except for that fire alarm system. So you guys just need to figure out if you want to keep it and get inspected every year, take out the whole thing. Because technically you don't need it in the building.
Thoughts? You said we don't need it?
You don't need it for this building. So you can't, if you don't want it, it has to get taken out. You just can't leave it in there.
And the company would have to come in on you.
Somebody would have to do this. Or you have a company come in and check it. Get it tested.
Well, do we have smoke detectors in the building now? Is it wired to that system?
Yes, it's all wired together. Because we had a call here last year, and the only reason somebody knew about it is one of the officers was over there, and they heard the alarm going off. So it's all tied in together. Smoke detectors.
I'm absolutely all for getting the box put in so that you guys come back to this without having to be an issue. So if that's something that can be done.
So the knock box, it
but I
runs
think that's
about
important.
$550. I'm sure your front doors are probably more than that. So it's totally up to you guys what you want to do with this.
We're already set up in the system, so when you go in there and look, you put the department in, it gives you everything, and then as soon as we got to approve it, they send a knock box anybody put something through in town, per IC, for the state,
Yeah.
they're supposed to put a Knox box in, but since we don't have anything on this, a lot of people argue with it.
What do you call it? It's a what box?
It's a Knox box, it's just a little box, and you put your access key in, and it's locked shut. The only one that has a key to open it up, then we open the door.
Did REMC leave us information about the company? Do we have?
That company came right after they left, but, they suggested what equipment they had, we did all three of them.
Was it Corson? Do you
Before I
know
left.
who it was?
That's the fire, but that's not the security, it'd be a security company,
Yeah.
right?
Probably got a tag on it.
Yeah, I don't know exactly.
I don't remember the name of it, but they came and looked at it because
There's a
all of the
couple
equipment he said.
local companies that come in and look at it.
Well, Corson does fire alarms, they do it all. I mean, I assume that's who we use to do the fire extinguishers. That's who I use.
Well,
Yeah.
well, we had Josh do it. He did all the town extinguishers before he left,
Yeah,
but we don't have anybody certified in that over there. to
well,
do it.
I would get a hold of Corson Fire and Security out of Indianapolis. They're in town all the time. I see them around.
Can you do that,
Yeah, they're actually out there, though.
Yeah, they have a branch out there probably, but,
try to find out?
I send my
what
checks to
the
Indianapolis.
inspections are.
Also, with the fire alarm system, right now, it doesn't go to like a third party, so like Corson's or ADT or anything like that. With that code, it has to go to somebody, an alarm company, just because nobody's here, will transmit to them.
Shouldn't that go to you guys, maybe?
It will go to the alarm company will call dispatch, and the dispatch will call us, so.
What'd you call that fire company?
Corson, K-O-O-R-S-E-N.
They're in Terre Haute, Lafayette.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's cheaper to buy another fire extinguisher than have them come in and do it.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
they charge you to unload it, hydro test it, load it back up, it's just cheaper to buy a new one.
I'll reach out to them in the morning.
We've got a lot of them down there now we use for training because business, time they figure it out, it's cheaper just to buy a new one, they'll just, you take the old one for them and then it may work, it may not, we use it for training.
Did you say you've been putting batteries in that exit sign?
No, it's not about the clock.
Oh. Is that what the exit sign is?
Yeah, on that reader in the garage, yeah. And it's honestly probably gonna be cheaper to replace it than get batteries, because they're only around like maybe less than $50. Somewhere to get a new one. So,
He's got a pack of 5, we're gonna cut a couple up for him this week, so
Okay.
I'll charge him one light. Okay.
Did you need somebody to sign this?
nope, it's just for you guys to have, because I didn't have anybody respond to the email, so I just wanted to give you copies of those.
Is that it?
Yep.
Now, Bill.
Okay, we had 26 case reports in February, 1 felony, 4 misdemeanors, 1 operating while intoxicated, 1 drug investigation, 5 property crimes, 1 mental health call, 4 assisting other agencies, 3 impounds, 2 infractions, 32 warnings, 2 ordinance violations, 4 motor vehicle accidents, 1 use of force, 4 VIN checks, and 5 alarms. Questions on that? Our crossing guard has taken a leave of absence for the next 4 to 6 weeks. In the meantime, we're manning the crossing guard. That being said, if we get called away, if we have 1 officer working crossing guard and 1 patrolling, we get called to a domestic, that's where we're going to send 2 officers. There's not going to be anybody to cover the crossing guard post because, if we get a serious call like that, then there's going to have to be more than 1 officer showing up for that. So I want to make the board aware that we're covering it the best we can, but if emergency calls come up, we're not going to be able to man it.
Have you reached out to the school?
I have not, because the crossing guard presumably will be coming back.
Questions?
Well, concerned, but what are you gonna do?
But, I mean, it might be a resource, it might be some Do they go through any training, the crossing guards, or is that?
We train them when they first get on with us as far as getting kids across the street and stuff, but it's not a very lengthy training.
I know the outfit she wears, when it was foggy one morning, I cannot believe how hard it was to see her out.
Flashing lights, don't you, on their vests?
I didn't see anything. She had her back to me, and she held the sign that direction, and it was a little scary. I thought, wow, she needs better this good. Anyway.
They know they're all in absence, but see if they have any solution. We don't have a great one. I mean, it's great until there's a problem, so.
Right.
Maybe they have something, or if the word's out, maybe they'll be willing to.
There's money allocated to pay her, she won't be paid while she's off, correct?
I don't believe so.
So, is there somebody from the school wanting to take it on, pay that?
I have to go through background checks and all that, won't they?
If they're working for the school, I would say they've already had background checks.
Didn't we fill out our paperwork if we're gonna pay them and do the process through the payroll?
Or do we want to just let it ride with them?
Well, we should at least notify school, like I said, this could be, have them leave. If they have an idea, then.
Oh, you got through them?
That is all I have.
All right, good, you're right.
We've had 18 locates, 9 work orders, 2 water leaks. Strawberry Road, 3-inch water main is finished, other than the little groundwork when it's all done. The restrooms at Depot have been painted inside their stalls, they look good. Depot too, we cut several trees and had 2 more trees down there, dead pine trees we want to take down, along with Erie Street. Since I've been down from Erie Street, we've cut it from 36 all the way down to Stark Street. Had a lot of complaints last year of campers, air conditioners hitting them, so we got that done, so that's all done. And then we're down to 4 street lights on 41, and then that last batch will be all installed waiting on the meetings. So, and we'll be working on finishing up the fire department's sewer and water to their training center or meeting room over there. Weather permitting, we're going to start back in storing boxes. Probably start over on one side of town and work our way to the other opposite side of town. And then we tried to Durapatch last week when we had some nice weather. The injector pump went out on it, so we've got it all torn down. It is out at JP injectors out here with AMVETS. Hope to get back any day. He was thinking around 900 to 1,000 to rebuild it. So hope to get that back. That is something definitely this year I'll have to work. Maybe in the budget next year. Talking to the company we bought off of, said that is probably the oldest one in the state of Indiana, and probably the only one that style that's actually still running. So that'll maybe something we might work into the budget next year, upgrading. That we do use it quite a bit. Then there, I've got an idea. I just want to run by you guys real quick on these banners and all this. I'm trying to figure out how to get these done with Brett and Jared staying on power and everything else. Talking to Brett, we'd like to train Cody and Eli in the bucket. Cody's already had experience at Montezuma doing tree trimming and doing other things. So, if you guys are okay with it, or want to think about it, I'll let Brett start training them in the bucket, and they can do banners and maybe some small trees that are not around power lines. So we can keep them going on power, and we're not waiting on them to do banners. So if everybody's okay with that, we'll move forward to that, or if anybody has any questions on it. But just coming up with ideas how we can get these banners done quicker without waiting on them. So.
Sounds like a good idea.
Okay. The only other thing I have is the next meeting, March 16th. It'll be Brett instead of me. I'll be in Nebraska with the family, so Brett will be here to the next meeting. So if you have anything before that you need, just give me an email and I'll get it to Brett. Okay, I believe that's all I have.
You have some
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you.
I put stuff on there for
Thank
you,
you.
don't worry. Gotcha.
Yeah, the operation system for from Crossroads quote, or not Crossroads, Utility Supply, the software I sent you guys? The
Yeah.
update
Yeah.
and the letter. So are you wanting to move forward on that?
Well, we should.
Yeah.
There's no alternative.
Well, that's kind of what I thought, but it's over my budget, so.
I'll move.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
It was 7,800 was a quote.
Yeah. And then, also the foundation quote, you guys had time to look
Oh,
at it?
yeah, it's the same one they sent out last fall, same price. Does that include the dehumidifier, coated bricks?
So you're talking about the upstairs,
Well,
or you want the basement? There's two of them.
The upstairs one was the last one we had at the 2 meetings ago, or last meeting
Yep.
that was asked to bring back in March.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah.
the basement one you had prior to March, so.
Yeah.
okay, so yeah, there's two separate quotes. The last meeting we talked about the upstairs, right?
The upstairs, yeah.
Well, we should do the downstairs too, should we
Mhm.
not? I mean, that's
Well,
below
there's
grade. I'm
that
sure there's
and-
water issues down there given the age of the building, and well, we know there is.
Yeah, that's, sort of all.
Did you
well,
bring that quote? I had brought.
Yeah, if I'm looking at it correctly right here, it's the gutters in the basement, aqua stop for the basement, site work obstruction, and a well trap, and dehumidifiers and stuff down there. That's $17,217.79. And then the upstairs one, $17,945.90.
Well, wait a minute, it's
No, wait, I'm sorry, it's up there. $25,637.
that had the deposit.
Yeah, I looked at the wrong one.
So, yeah. Well, I believe we need to protect the building. Nothing's been done for decades, obviously, and we wouldn't have this problem.
Motion?
I'll make a motion that we go with the Crossroads, is that the name, is Crossroads?
Yep.
Bid for the upstairs and downstairs of the town hall. Downstairs 17,217, upstairs 25,637.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
May I ask where you want that paid from?
Yeah, that was my question.
Well, in the budget, I had it spread across, my worksheet budget, I had it spread across 3 utilities.
Okay.
I don't know what I call, we didn't have a line item for that.
That's okay, but I mean, just split equally, probably outside services is where the majority of the money go, but
Yeah,
split them.
I had a building repair town hall spread across the 3 main utilities, but
Okay.
I was actually a little over budget, so I was confused by all those estimates last
I-
winter. But, no, we're actually a little over budget there for that, so,
Yeah, there's building repair town hall in the budget,
yeah.
so it's budgeted enough to cover.
Well, I'm not
that.
sure how Brandy incorporated it, but your totals are pretty much on, so you've got it in there somewhere.
If it's not in that specific line, if there's not appropriation for each one of those departments, then it's in outside services.
Okay.
But within the
It's
budget.
in there, yeah.
Yeah, there's 35,000 in each utility in that line item, so it should cover all that. And
One of those.
don't tell me that it's over.
All in favor?
Thank you.
Matt?
Of course, the pump holes are bad on high service one after they got that burned, so we more or less need to expect that. It's been so long since it's been pulled, so. I thought they sent me the right quote today, they did not, but I'm gonna hold into it and I'm sure gonna.
Wasn't that like 18,000?
Pardon me?
They had a quote a couple weeks ago, was that well one?
That was on pulling high
Pulling.
service, but he had in there too, if the bolts need to be replaced, he would re-quote it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna tell you it's probably about 8,486, because that's what he quoted on high service too. So I will call him in the morning, to make sure he holds us to that, so that if you guys need something signed, make sure you give me a quote to sit tomorrow as well.
Okay.
But that's all that I have.
All right, got claims out for $580,800.
electric, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. No, IMPA bill.
Don't they look pretty typical? On,
Wastewater bonds are in
Sale
there,
tax.
transfer the fire truck from the water is in there. Yeah.
Is there a motion?
I'll move.
Second? All in favor?
Adjustments, I sent those out kinda late. If you want more time to look at them, you can. We don't have to do all those right now, but, we usually like to get those sooner, but January and February, January was 11,271.43, and February 6,451.54.
Pipes first?
No, but some of them are meter rollovers, some of them are budget billing issues, some of them are just water leaks. That's the majority of them a lot of times. But I tried to just scan all of the documents that went along with it.
Yeah, there's a lot of
I think there was
documents.
a business particularly that had a few $1,000 of that was a business adjustment. I can't exactly remember what exactly happened, but that's up to you. I sent those a little bit later and try to start getting those out to you sooner so you can look over if you have any adjustment questions.
I have a chance to look at them, they look, they seem to be.
I just thought, well, that way rather you can have them ahead of time rather than trying to flip through here.
Right.
So, but those are the ones I have for January and February if you're good with them.
Is there a motion?
I'll move to accept it.
Second.
All in favor?
We've got the minutes for February 16th.
Questions, corrections, additions? Motion?
Move.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And then the only other thing about, while you're finishing signing those, I sent out that Keystone Voice Upgrade proposal. Steve and I kind of talked about it last week when he asked me some questions to get some answers. I'm still working through those. I called a couple other towns and I'm waiting for them to call back as well, the towns that are currently using it. Basically, Keystone and Voice is gonna fade out to that BSNA
Right.
software program. It's just an updated program. The lady from Akron, it wasn't the clerk treasurer, but one of the ladies from her office, just briefly spoke to her today. She said it was pretty great, but too costly.
Well, I looked up the company, Voice, or BSA bought out Voice. Voice is where he had Keystone, but BSA has 2,100 municipalities that they're doing, which is like, it's 4 times the size of State. Yeah, they have a lot of municipalities. I can't talk. Now still know, but they do a lot of business, so they're definitely legit, know what they're doing. I was just kind of concerned about the annual maintenance. Oh my God, what do we pay now?
We're 8 to 12
8 to 12 a
for
year.
all of it. They did add an asset management tool,
Well,
which is important when it comes to auditing.
Mhm.
That's nice to have, and you don't have to have your Excel spreadsheets. So they did add that tool. It's not something that we have to have, but it was only a couple $1,000.
Yeah, it's not.
You're talking about.
But it's something we
Now,
really need to do.
the only thing they did say, they're waiving those migration fees, which you'll see that charge in there, and then it's backed out.
Yeah,
If you contract
54,000.
by June.
So to set up like 33.
And I did ask because I wanted an answer on the training, because we kind of talked about that. The training days seemed a little excessive. Akron said they used 10 days of training. They quote you $27,000 a day. She said they used 10, which they do quote that high. So that proposal for training, I would think would be cut probably in half. But that's all the information that I have, unfortunately, on it, other than it's a version of 2026, not 1990 that we're currently using.
Yeah.
Do you know if that price is consistent or if it increases yearly or?
I don't know. Our contract price with them previously has been pretty close.
on the train, just thinking after we talked, experiences in the medical world, where they, do the intensive training and you use it more. Is there a quote such that after the initial training that's real intense, it's 10 consecutive days or whatever it is, will they come, I'm sure they're probably still going to want their per day fee, but will they come back, later after the employees have had enough chance to use this, and then they have some really pertinent questions in terms of efficiency and that. Do they, or is that covered in their
I think that they
maintenance?
probably would, just like voice would come down now. If we wanted to train somebody new on one of our tools, they would do that now at a fee, I'm sure. But what they do is we log into their system and send them an email, which is just a call, and then they call us back. That's part of that contract. So we don't pay for any additional, I had to call on the annual report a couple weeks ago. They don't charge you additional fees for that. It's all within your contract fee that you pay up front. But I'm hoping maybe in another 2 weeks, then I'll have a little bit more information from some other towns. But it's only been out about 6 months. But they're gonna, I don't know, you say eventually, I don't know if that's 2 years or 10 years, but they're gonna phase out that system.
So you want us to wait and table it for a couple of weeks?
I'd like to get just a little bit more information for you, whether that be I send an email or if I get some feedback from a couple of the other towns that are using it. I know our budget program is a real problem. Unfortunately, customers can't pay more on their bill when they're on budget, and I think that's an extreme drawback, that if somebody has extra money they want to put on their bill, they should be able to apply it. I know one of those features in this upgrade does eliminate that. There's several things that will eliminate. Keep in mind too, we are going to need a new server. It'll eliminate the need for a server, but you're talking servers probably going to be about 8,000. So, and if we sign up, like I said, I think maybe I mentioned in the email, if we sign up anywhere in the next, 2 weeks, we're probably still looking at the end of the year for training. They're that far back. There's probably over 50 municipalities ahead of us right now. So we would be looking at budgeting for 27 anyway. But I think the main important thing would probably be the server issue.
You think, your consider server won't make it to the
it might, it should. I would hope so, especially if we're going to change. But that was one thing that, Randy did mention about 6 months ago for this year. The need for a new server, so.
And this would allow them to see usage, is that correct? Like the RMC?
Well, the benefit, there's a lot of benefits for the customers as well, but the main one for what we run into daily is, yes, you will be able to log in and you'll be able to see your bill. Right now you can get on the website and pay it, but they still call and like, hey, I didn't get my bill in the mail, how much is it? This way you can go and log in and actually see all of your bill details, which will be nice. I think there's going to be an automatic email. We have a lot of people that want bill emails. It's a matter of going, searching the bill, putting the card in there. The billing cards are 4 bills per sheet. You can't eliminate it. You've got to print all of them. You just print one. And the email to the customer. This system will allow us to put your email in, click it every month, the email will just go out to them. So just a lot of those upgrades that people are utilizing in businesses now that we just don't have the capability of doing.
Nobody wants to move on it tonight. I'm not.
Thank you.
She wanted to know more information.
Did you see if you can get the service agreement with them?
I'm sorry?
See if you can get the service agreement with them, if they have one.
Yeah, did they not put anything, it was just a proposal, right?
Yeah,
The
it's just a
quote?
proposal.
Okay, yeah. Let me see, and if you come up with any more questions, call or email me with them, so I can have everything that I need for the next meeting, and then maybe make a decision, and then hopefully we can get on the list for training at the end of the year or first of next year.
Sounds good.
So yeah, Nick found some other
Crawford.
towns, and I'm actually friends with the clerk treasurer in Brazil, so they're using it.
Crawfordsville uses them also, for the
Okay.
treasurer. And Brazil.
How do you find that?
Clinton
That's what I do,
is,
I find stuff.
You good at it. Yeah,
I think
that's
Clinton
fast.
is going with it, they have a quote, a proposal as well from them, I'm just not sure if they sign their contract or not, but,
Yeah, there's like 651 municipalities in Indiana, and they're doing over 2,100, so they do a lot of counties.
Maybe schools, maybe a lot of different stuff that works on.
Yep.
Waiting in 2 weeks will move us further down the list. I'm not sure.
I have no idea.
Well, 2 weeks, that'd be fine.
All right.
Something to look forward to.
That's all I have, thank you.
All right. Any old business?
I don't know if we were old, let's go, we're gonna do, I'll wait for you.
All right. Any new business?
Well, one thing, Doug, you sent out, thank you, Aqua Liberty, what was that all about?
That is for the pool.
To do what exactly?
Well, we need a new pump. Well, that was supposed to go to the park board. You guys really didn't need to get it.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Well, so we have, what you're saying is we have some work to do down there?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, well, I got a heads up.
Did you get it, Liz?
I didn't think so.
You good?
I'll check and make sure I did that. I must have sent it wrong.
Somehow I got it.
Okay.
All right, I'll check it. But yeah, that is full. That was supposed to go to the park board for Luke and you guys.
Okay.
The pump, like 4,000 and stuff that you need like the sweeper and all that too. So I think it's around.
We definitely need.
I'll send it to you tomorrow.
Okay.
You know, we got a quote from Unlimited Green for the cemetery. I don't know, the cemetery doesn't have any money, that's.
I just sent that because they sent it to me, like,
Yeah.
if it was gonna be acting as an ongoing thing, so that's why I sent it to you guys to see if that was something you discussed or felt that.
I mean, it has helped, with the weed control has helped, but there's just no money in the budget. I mean, we're already in the,
No, it's just March.
well, I'm talking for the annual budget. It doesn't look good. So yeah, I just don't know. It's like $5,500, I think, or $5,800. Oh, let's see, 2 applications, weed control, 20 to fertilize, and it's basically just a fine line. So I'm not questioning it, I'm just thinking out loud there. I don't know, cemetery board, we don't have, we never have that yet, we can get it. Anybody have to want to get cemetery?
Charlie Gondon has expressed some interest. He just wanted to, I think, come to a meeting and see what it's about. So,
I mean, there's a couple people that are interested, so just whenever you guys wanna have a meeting.
We need to have a meeting.
I'll let them know.
Oh, something else, I'm sorry, I gotta jump back on that. Somebody, who was it? Somebody asked me about the north side square and the paint the line, or whatever we're gonna do to basically, did we
Yes.
decide to do that?
I thought we did.
Yes, the state's supposed to reach back out. They
Okay.
said weather permitting. it might
Okay,
be
so
a
it's
little
state,
bit.
wait, here from.
I will touch base with him tomorrow for the bug in his ear, but yes, they know
Okay.
about it and they will be doing it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And when they do, we need to get a heads up out there so people know.
Yep.
Any other old business? Moving forward, I think the stormwater board, it's my understanding, several different people have reached out to
Have they?
some Democrats, and none of them have expressed an interest, so.
Somewhere board, not, our commission.
Stormwater board thought was.
I don't know, maybe it is. Just find us somebody.
I was gonna see if Roger had any interest.
Is that what I get for coming to meetings?
How it works.
You look interested.
You're interested in being a public servant, so jump in.
He's always had a fascination with stormwater.
Big pipes, do those interest you?
Sure, I'll be happy to.
Good week for it. Thank you. Yeah, no kidding. We'll be tested this week.
Yeah, we have a lot of rain.
Is that, does anybody have an issue with that?
No, it's great.
Everybody's interested, it's an education.
Anything?
Health board for you.
Oh,
so
yeah, the health,
Wanna read that up?
yeah, I thought this was coming, but that's fine. So, the health board would like to recommend Liz Hewitt. She's an RN, I believe works for Valley Professionals, and she has agreed, she said she would have an interest in sitting on the health board, so I think that might be our last vacancy, or next to last, and it's our turn to make a recommendation, I believe, to the commissioners. They are the actual appointing body, but Melissa asked that I bring that and make a suggestion and put her name forward.
Need a motion? Move. I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
She's very competent, very conscientious, concerned person. She's
I
very
will-
serious.
I will extend it this she will be my boss. One of my bosses. Nothing else, I would, public comment? I would entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, so we're opening the doors and we're gonna start.
Yeah, I'm glad.